Hey there, Super Sparklers. So today's story is Spider-Man and the Web of Honesty. It's about learning that sometimes our best superpower is just being honest. But let's swing right into the story. Hi, my name is Peter Parker. Some of my friends call me a liar. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not intentionally dishonest. It's just sometimes I say things without thinking, and sometimes my feelings get hurt, and I say things I don't mean. And earlier this week, I made a promise to my Aunt May that I shouldn't have broken. You see, I've been studying hard for my exams, and Aunt May thought it would be good for me to take a break and enjoy one of my favorite hobbies, playing video games. So she said, "Peter, I need you to stay home after school today and finish your homework before dinner. We can talk about what kind of game you want to play after." I really wanted to play a game, so I said, "Yes, Aunt May, I'll stay home and study." But once school was over, I got this strange feeling inside me, like a spider sense, if you know what I mean. Except instead of danger, it was telling me there was something exciting going on. I looked out my window and heard those sweet sirens, the ones that meant the police were on their way. And I knew whatever was going on, I had to help. So I changed into my suit, swung down from my window, and zipped off to go help. When I arrived, I saw two men running away from the police. They were carrying bags of money they just robbed from the bank. I easily caught them with my webs. "Gotcha," I said. "Looks like you won't be robbing any more banks anytime soon." "Oh yeah?" the first robber said, wiping his face. "What are you gonna do, Spider-Man? Call your mommy?" Before I could respond, the second robber pushed the first one forward. "Go on, Spider-Man. Shoot us and get it over with." "Wait a minute," I said. "Why did you guys rob this bank? Do you even need the money?" "Oh, we need it all right," the first robber said. "We're gonna use it to buy some supplies." "Supplies for what?" I asked. "Supplies for world domination," the second robber said with a dramatic flourish. At that moment, I realized these guys weren't serious about robbing the city. They just wanted my attention. Because as I listened more closely to their chatter, I realized they were only trying to distract me. "Do you hear that?" one of them said. "The main attraction is coming. This will be the greatest heist in city history." "Great," the other said. "As long as Spider-Man is too busy dealing with us to notice what's happening, we'll be fine." And that's when it hit me. These guys aren't dangerous. They're just here to distract me. Someone else is causing real trouble in this city. Before I could say anything, though, the police arrived and took the two robbers away. Then they turned to me. "Thanks for your help today, Spider-Man. We couldn't have done it without you," the officer said. And then he added, "You seem pretty sure about that. You didn't need us at all. Did you, Spider-Man?" "Huh? Oh no," I lied. It was super scary. And I was definitely not listening to those guys. "Chat while you were fighting with the police." The officer said suspiciously. "Well, if you're sure, Spider-Man, we'll leave you to it." Once the officers left, I headed home. But as I swung past Aunt May's window, I heard her talking to herself. "Peter, where are you? I thought you were home hours ago. Did something happen? Are you okay?" Aunt May didn't know I had my ear pressed against the glass. And for a moment, I couldn't think of what to say. My heart started to beat fast. If Aunt May knew I wasn't home, she would probably ground me for the rest of my life. Then I whispered to myself, "Peter, remember your manners. Aunt May would rather you tell her the truth than keep a secret." Taking a deep breath, I opened the window and said, "Yes, Aunt May, I'm home." "Oh, Peter," she said, rushing over to me. I was so worried. "Please, when you make a promise, stick to it. I want you to understand how scary it is when you don't come home when you say you will." She was right. I felt bad for lying to her. But I was also glad she trusted me. And that's when I remembered what the bad guys said at a big heist. I might have stopped them from robbing the bank, But what if they're still planning something big? I asked Aunt May, "Can I go out and check, just in case?" "No, Peter," she said. "You're grounded. You're already late for dinner. Why don't you take a break from being Spider-Man and spend some time being Peter Parker?" "Okay, Aunt May," I said. But as soon as the door closed behind her, I slipped back out the window. Now I needed to swing around the city and find out what those guys were up to. As I flew past buildings, I thought about what to ask them. Should I try to trick them? Get them to tell me their plans? Or should I just threaten them again? Then I heard a voice inside my head saying, "If I'm not honest with the people I love, how can I protect them?" And I knew exactly what I had to do. Aunt May might have been worried when I didn't come home right away, but she trusted me anyway. And now I needed to prove I deserved that trust. So I started asking random people on the street if they'd seen two strange guys around. A few people did, and all of them said the guys had gone to the city museum. When I arrived, I saw the same holograms surrounding the building that I'd seen in my dreams. The illusionist must be here somewhere. And although he was hiding, I could feel his evil energy like a dark cloud hanging over the museum. As I prepared to enter, my phone buzzed. It was Aunt May. "Peter, are you safe at home?" At that moment, I had two choices. I could pretend I was home and risk everything, or I could tell her the truth and put myself in even more danger. I took a deep breath and answered honestly, "No, Aunt May, I'm sorry. I lied to you. I'm not home. I'm actually at the museum." Suddenly, a booming laugh echoed through the room. "So the famous Spider-Man is a liar, too. Perfect." The illusionist stepped out of the shadows. "You won't get away with that, Spider-Man. My web of lies will always trap you." He threw his hands up, and images filled the room. There was a giant lizard, an army of robots, and even a miniature black hole. I couldn't tell what was real or not. But as I stood there confused, the buzzing of my phone interrupted me. It was Aunt May. "Peter, are you there? Do you need my help?" Her words snapped me out of it. I whispered, "If I'm not honest with the people I love, how can I protect them?" I knew I couldn't afford to keep lying. So I responded, "No, Aunt May, I'm sorry. I lied to you. I'm not home. I'm at the museum. But I'm okay. Don't worry." "Okay, Peter," she said. "Be careful. I love you." "Love you too, Aunt May," I said. Then I turned back to the illusionist. "Sorry, I have to stop you from stealing these artifacts. Not only are they irreplaceable, but you've trapped me in a web of holograms, and I need to free myself." "Good luck with that, Spider-Man," the illusionist sneered. "All those years of crime fighting, and you still fall for the oldest special effects trick in the book. Even your spider sense can't detect the difference." With that, he threw his hands up again and new images appeared. A gigantic spider with metal pincers and eyes like lasers charged at me. "Time to end this," I said, taking aim. I shot my web at the spider, but it went right through. Then I tried to shoot at the illusionist, but he kept moving. Every time I tried to snag him with my webs, he just laughed and made another fake image appear. Thinking fast, I fired a web at the floor in front of him. "Gotcha," I said. He was stuck. Swinging down from above, I said, "Even when you trick everyone into thinking you're someone else, you still cast a real shadow." He struggled against his bonds, but it was too late. The police arrived, and they took the illusionist away. That night, after Aunt May and I had talked about honesty, I had a much better night's sleep. Being Spider-Man is more than having cool powers. Being a hero means being honest, sticking to your word, and doing what's right. Sometimes being honest is scarier than facing a supervillain. But when we're honest, we can solve problems together. We can trust each other. And we can become stronger together. Thanks for watching. Which character is your favorite? Is it Peter Parker as Spider-Man or his Aunt May? What do you think makes someone trustworthy? Let us know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.